Hey, what's up my people? Flying Hawaiian Driller over here with a continuation of yesterday's review on the 1903 A3 M1 Garand 13-inch Drillmaster's bayonet, dual welded. Okay, make sure it's dual welded, yes. Okay, so in this video we're basically going to do the continuation, and what that basically means is I'm going to show you guys how to put the bayonet in the rifle. I'll show you guys the difference between a bladed and a non-bladed rifle, what the difference is in there, because I know a lot of people have trouble and wondered, what the difference is. The next thing that would be is the durability and the spin test for this little guy over here. If you guys haven't seen me spin the actual bayonet, just follow my Instagram at _flying_Hawaiian Driller. I'll post it on the description below, but yes, that's basically my Instagram account for the Flying Hawaiian. So without further ado, we're gonna get on to the video. Now, two disclaimers. Well, not disclaimers, but more like warnings for you guys, okay? So one warning is, and it's not really a warning, it's basically just, giving you guys a caution. For certain bayonet lugs, you want to make sure that your bayonet slides in smoothly. What I'm basically meaning is, if I can zoom in on the video, so I don't have a remote, I'm not fancy like that. There we go. Alright, so you zoom in on the video and checking out the bayonet lug. Alright, now fortunately I have a friend that let me borrow his. So shout out to Jose for letting me borrow his bayonet lug to do this video for you guys. So anyways, getting onto the caution disclaimer, like I said, you want to make sure that slides in properly. You don't want to fiddle with it and stuff like that. And the reason why you don't want to fiddle with it is because you can end up either breaking the grooves in the bayonet, breaking the locking mechanism, or end up breaking the bayonet lug. And looked online, and these Glendale so far has the cheapest ones, which are like not over, but it's basically over $5, rather than going on to like Serco and getting a D-mill bayonet lug for 19 to 20 bucks. Okay, but yes. So to fix that problem, to make it, if it doesn't, slide in properly, the one way to fix that problem is to shave off the metal parts. You want to grab a grinder or a something that you use to fine the sides of the bayonet lug, so that the bayonet can slide on properly and it can lock. Okay. The next thing you want to do before you do anything is you want to make sure that your barrel is straight. You want to make sure that the top part ain't broken, the bottom part isn't broken, and you want to make sure that your bayonet is locked on tight with your upper band pin. And those why? Because when this does drop, or when it does drop, you can accidentally break the bayonet, or you can break your barrel, or the bayonet lug ends up coming off. And yes, I have seen a lot of those happen in my drilling years. It's not a fun experience, especially when you have to buy a whole new stock and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so next. All right, so when you're done shaving and when you're done checking to make sure everything is clean and stuff like that, you want to make sure that the bayonet slides in nicely, okay? And you want to make sure that the barrel is aligned with the barrel ring on the bayonet. So, see that there? That aligns up. So, it aligns. Zoom out maybe just a little bit. Okay, so it aligns. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to slide it in till you hear clicking. Okay, and that clicking basically means that the bayonet is locked on tight. Okay. And another reason why I tell you to shave it is so that the bayonet doesn't lock or doesn't get stuck in the bayonet lug. And the reason why is because, again, when you pull it out, you're using so much force that you might actually wiggle it and break the bayonet lug top off, which basically means that you cannot use your bayonet on your rifle anymore. Okay, so again, you want to slide it in, lock it, make sure that it is locked. Again, like I said in the beginning, my first video, you want to make sure that you electrical tape it or duct tape it, however you want to use it. I highly recommend that you use electrical tape. One, it's cleaner, it's easy to take off, and it doesn't leave residue on the blade. Unless you leave it out in the sun, like most things, it does melt. Okay? Okay, cool. Now, when you already know that you're locked in and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do a spin test. I don't tape mine because I'm only gonna do certain spins. So I'm gonna zoom out. How you guys doing? Okay, so basically what I'm gonna be doing is just simple spins. So okay, so again, the bayonet still on. Simple spinning does take a toll on you with the bayonet, and again, the bayonet is locked and doesn't feel like it will come off anytime soon unless I press the trigger and release it. Ta-da! Alright, we'll go back in. Okay, so the difference between a non-bladed and a bladed rifle is the balance point and the weight, obviously. So, for instance, this adds a pound to the rifle. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, oh, a pound's not that much. It's just a pound, you know? Again, a pound is a big difference, especially when it comes to a rifle. So, obviously, if you are if you know the balance point of your rifle, it's normally by the trigger, not by the barrel assembly. The bolt assembly, excuse me, because the bolt. It's normally by the bolt assembly. So it's normally by where the end of the top stock is and the beginning of the bolt assembly. So that's where the balance point is without a blade. If I can just find it. Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's the balance point of the with a non-bladed rifle. Now, if you add the blade on the rifle, okay, clicking noise, the balance point of the rifle actually moves up, upward, okay, on the rifle. So instead of the balance point being down here, it's actually going to be moving either center of my two markers, my two black electrical tape markers, the center, or it's going to move down towards the middle ring and swivel, basically where your sling is going to be clipped on, depending on how long and what your weight is for the bayonet. But again, it does make a huge difference when you're spinning with the bayonet on and when you're spinning it without. Again, the rifle now is taller because the bayonet is there. The weight of the rifle changes and the balance point shifts. So when you're spinning it, you're gonna normally feel the balance point in here, like right in the center of the stock. So again, when you're spinning it, my hand is now directly in the center of, so my hand is normally where my thumb is, which is right in that center. That's the balance point. That's the difference between a bladed and non-bladed. And then when it's non-bladed, my hand is normally where my thumb is, which is right on the edge of the black tape. So again, it's honestly just the balance point and the weight of the rifle that makes a huge difference for the for your spinning and all that kind of stuff. Whew. Okay. Now again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or whatnot, you can comment on the commenting section of this video. If you liked both videos of the review on this bayonet, you know, you can like and subscribe on my channel for more reviews and for more spinning videos that I'll be posting later on in the future. Also, if you guys want to see more spinning videos that are just short, basically a minute long, follow my Instagram at flying_Hawaiian_driller on Instagram. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it for these two videos. This is honestly a beautiful bayonet. I can't thank Drillmaster enough for actually making this cheap. It is affordable. It is the total of this bayonet for me was around $85 with shipping, but again, shipping all depends on where you live in terms of distance. Okay. Drillmaster's headquarters is down in Florida, by the Palms. That's southeastward of where I live. So I actually got this within a couple days. And then again, hashtag friends for life to my friend Jose for letting me borrow his bayonet lug so that this video can be made for you guys. Okay, so again, that's all I have to say for you guys on this video. I hope you guys do enjoy spinning bladed. If you guys aren't going to spin bladed, and hopefully you guys reach the point where you want to go bladed, always ask me. I'm probably going to be spinning bladed for a long time. So yeah, that's basically it. Aloha fire! Alright guys, peace, shoots, aloha.